Right, cash everything in.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
We always together. What do you mean?
Say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout.
All right.
I know what you're after. I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me.
No.
The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Of course we were. Do, jibbity-doo, boo,
Clive.
loobity-doo,
Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed,
shooby-dooby-doo,
Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within
Oh,
him.
champ.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
Pretty sure the pizza removes
Torgal
something different.
may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's
How's it going,
power.
Salmon?
Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Sid.
How's it going,
In
Daniel?
short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies.
See, these are
and
important
not our
scenes that
adversaries.
should be in the main story. Because these are kind of like good conversations.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a
Or
friend.
make like that. There's some good world building with the side quests. I do have to praise them, but some of the side quests are nonsense. Like, but you don't know what you're getting yourself into until it's until it's too late. I'm doing good, thanks, man. What do you mean? What is this place? Doobie doobie doo.
Sorry for the wait. But hopefully he'll agree it was worth
What
it.
kind of pizza you got?
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
I got you the real thing.
A whetstone? Yes,
He's like, no wait.
but not one you'll find anywhere in Valestia.
Isn't Velastia very close to Valyria? You know, I make Game of Thrones references a lot. Valyria. Velastivia. Very sus, you know?
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so. Is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece.
Just give one for me then.
Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valesthian steel with an edge.
Valesthian steel. Wow, that's almost like Valyrian steel. You know, like the sword that Jon Snow uses to kill all the White Walkers.
Sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Right, I'm telling you.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I'll be working
Who
day
wrote
and night
this?
since
It
I was
wasn't
half
Yoshi
your
Bean, he
age,
just moved
and I'll
producing it,
still
right?
be here when you're long gone.
The writer of this game loves Game of Thrones. I'm telling you right now.
Thanks, Clive.
Massive
I
fan.
mean I owe you one. August 2. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
But what they're missing is
You'll be
one
happy to hear
character.
you said that.
No.
I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right?
What do you mean this carries on? I'm done with this quest. Oh, we are. The quest is done, thank you. Excalibur! That's it. We got the Excalibur recipe, guys. How's it going, Zach? Hope you're doing well today, man. No, Zach.
yeah.
Thank you.
So, what'll it be?
Excalibur.
That's it!
What's up, Iggy?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Nice. Thank you. Perfect. That's it. I've come up with this. So the ultimate blade, Excalibur, and it gives me 8, which means it's going to be replaced in the next story segment, by the way. But sure, let's have it nonetheless.
No scratches, all right? Anything else?
I went up to give some praise.
The renown thing is a good idea, except for it has no real. It's just a bunch of extra items that have no relevance to the game as well. So that's kind of annoying. I'm sure there's like maybe one good end-game item. You don't even need them. Yeah, no, I like the look of the environment. I agree. Like the mountain size and stuff.
All
The
right,
views
there,
in
Sid.
this game are great.
How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
Wait, didn't I just? Oh.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it too. Enough to keep the Olympic
I think the
bubbling
Horizons
for
is
a
better.
good while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then,
But
let's get this
Horizon has
contraption
one
up
of
to
the best. Is
running.
one of the best looking games available right now, so that's not fair. But it's still fantastic. Sometime later.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's
That'll be 2 million
no
gil.
need. The good it will do for the hideaway is
5 million. We owe some money.
Don't be silly.
There'll be 1 ruby stone.
Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Magic.
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything.
Increase my potion
We
limit.
might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well,
Hey, that's
can't
not,
hurt to try, I
that ain't
suppose.
bad. Finally, a
spirit.
way to make your bag
Leave it
bigger.
with me. I'll only be a mo.
Does that mean I can have more than 3 items, or is it just? I mean, you don't need more than 3 items to be quite honest with you. Potion, high potion, and elixir is all you need, really. What else am I gonna use?
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right?
That was
Told you.
open. It feels
Thank
more
you.
flexible.
I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able. I'm
Alright.
telling you, there's plenty more.
Hoggers. Da-da-da-da-la-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I get it. Thanks, game. I got it. I did. Yeah. I got a tutorial for it. Let's go. 6 potions, 4 high potions. It doesn't affect the elixirs. Wait, is this what Excalibur is like?
I think Mid might need some help tidying up that workshop.
This is what Excalibur is like.
Mid might need well-meaning souls to leave her alone.
It is kind of
She
good.
has it how she likes it.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Hang on.
Off you go then.
Good. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the route.
Ah, about that, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't saying ice.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever.
One.
What was it? The quest
It told
plan.
me she was building a ship.
Obviously, the building the ship is kind of like gonna affect the plot in some way. That's why they made it main questy. But
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince
alright, the
now,
sword is
are
kind
you?
of good though, Excalibur.
Fine. But I'm selling
Look at
it
that,
and
look at
taking my
that.
mode, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
Wait, am I supposed to know that is? I'm trying to think of my head in my character. Who's she talking about? Who is she talking about? It doesn't matter. It's gone.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump.
I'll be 5 million
I
gil.
sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which,
This guy
I
has the
still haven't been
actual
paid
nerve.
last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship. Which is where I met him. He bought passage to... oh, forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was... before fate stepped in. And said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable. Wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt. And I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me. Right?
It is insane that so much of this world will bear a child and then just cast it away just because it's got magic. It's just so strange.
Was to tear the whole world down.
Like, I don't think a parent would...
Who cried for me.
I think there'd be more parents that wouldn't do it.
When I had no tears left of my own.
Doing, you know?
Him, who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
At least where the side quests are good. At the ends of the side quests got some really good context there. Like, we got this backstory on Sid once again. Bro. Then we get a cutscene as well. Hold up.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
Best character in the game, I'm telling you right now. Still the best character. Still the best character in the game. Sid. That's why he needs the prequel.
But I couldn't
DLC.
do that.
That's what I want. I don't mean 2 chapters. I mean like him meeting all the characters, doing his thing.
Ignore me.
The Avengers
Just
of
the
Sid, man.
remnants of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
How's it going, C-Mark? Good to see you, man.
This This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
This feels like main plot development, dude. This is better than the mid stuff with the building of shit.
You should have bloody well.
This could have been main. This should have been in the main quest. This part here, this whole scene.
Before he went. But then, why would he? Him or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine.
I don't even remember what I did on the side quest, by the way. This whole thing has made me forget the whole thing.
Thanks for the ray of sunshine.
Oh, the rock.
See if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
And I like how Clive understands and reacts to it. I think, like, had it been the Clive, like, you've just stopped being a bearer and it's free again, it would have been a different reaction. But Clive developed this point in the story. Displayed in Clive's chambers. Okay, cool. Alrighty. That's it. We are free from side quests. Let's go grab my reward thing from over here, and then we continue the game.
Oh, I wasn't expecting
But
you back
right,
so
that
soon.
should have been in the main
Benefactors
quest
are
instead of
generous
building
lot.
the ship with mid. You know, like that stuff was way more important. That stuff was very good. That's big plot
You earned
development
this.
kind of thing. High cleric medallion.
Come again. I may have.
Oh, I see.
All
Big
for
job.
ya.
We clear? I think we're clear, right?
All right, Clive. Asterix.
Asterix.
Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Quick, run! People run!
told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
What way?
Then I'm too late.
He didn't even point.
You in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste.
Post-haste.
And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings?
You will
Uncle?
deliver this post-haste. My dear boy. My dear boy. My journey to Canvar has been a resounding success. I'm saying it in his voice. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of the strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the free cities by which I learned endeavours of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Talamon's project to be quite valiant enterprise, I doubt Canverian authorities will take kindly to unauthorized use of the dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumour has already reached my friend, imminent before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to bury your man, Gav, for a moon or two. He might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill. And warn us of impending attack. I trust you will give this proposal to your full consideration. Your loving uncle.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Well, good thing Gav only has one eye, right?
So what?
He'll just keep his left
Mid
eye
got
on
us
it.
to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset.
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway.
So no one saw her go on the ship. So no one saw her ride away on the ship.
Could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me.
That was a
Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Surely. There's no... Surely. Dun, dun, dun. Sid's legacy. Oh, it's the old hideaway. Oh, right. Go to the old hideaway now. Jibbidoo, doo, but he didn't. Okay.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, Maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
Apart from himself.
Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place.
We got into the last capital easily. Ish.
Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Classic.
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Back to normal. Clive, Jill, and Doggo.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Yeah, I feel like this is a pivotal moment. To use that coin the term from the game. They've all gone their three different ways, three different stories, three paths to one end. It's not ominous at all. Yo, yeah, how's it going? Thank you for the 69 bits. Hope you're doing well today. Alright. Well, we're off to... See, this is the border for what, though? What's this area here? this area transpires over to this area. Oh, I actually already done half of this. Well, that's convenient for me. It's more of an action game with RPG elements, I guess. Onward. Yep, you can pet the doggo as well.
Better. Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. The new boy.
Well, Torgal is technically Gil's doggo. You can feed the doggo, you can pet the doggo. Let me let you're alert, mate.
Parkour!
Thanks for the bits yet. Alright. We're in story mode, so let's kind of pause, but I'll unpause my soon. Go here, thanks for the 69 bits as well. Okay, I'll let that one play. The moment the story starts, and we're pausing.
Parkour!
Thanks for the bits, heroes. Thank you for the 69 bits as well. Wait, what? Where are we going? Oh, the fishing village. And you're thinking of the 5 bits. There's another side quest? You can't be serious, bro. Alright, fine. You know what? I'll unpause you. That's completed then. After all of that, you're going to hit me with more? Game. Why? 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 This just ain't no way, bro.
Parkour!
And you're thinking of the 5 bits. Simon, think of it as 69 bits as well. Hang on a minute. I need to check something here. Oh no. After all of that.
You got it! We're heroes!
Junior hero, Donald.
Come on, man. You cracked the crystal too.
What's the point of having one cutscene just to throw you in with another side quest? Nice! I was just ready to sit down and go into some story. I will be honest, the side quest with the Otto side quest with the backstory and Sid was awesome. These side quests have some good payoffs, but it's kind of a chore to do them. I'll have you know I ain't ever shed a tear in front of no one. Like this side quest was awesome. You won't catch me doing that like again. So if you please your lordship, we can both forget about the whole damn thing. The Sid I chose to follow all those years ago is gone. There ain't no dragging him back from the depths or whatever how he talked his way into, but legacy lives on.
That's it!
What's up, Iggy?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Love you, TZ1. Love you all. Thanks for the bits, guys. I'll be right here when you can count on me. I want to try my Excalibur sword out. What do you miss?
Where the hell's that goddamn tea?
We did side quests. The side quests were pretty good, in the sense the gameplay part wasn't, but the actual.
Told me she was building a ship.
The payoff quests were good. Mids disappeared. She ran away from home, and we said goodbye to Sid one more time. There was that cutscene with Sid's grave, but that was about it.
Anything catch your eye?
Well, it's
Always
just the
something.
one quest. It's okay. It's just the one. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're lucky that I actually explored this area and already unlocked this part of the game. Is Benedicta still alive? She died a long time ago, bro. I mean, she's not
This
even a
seems to be
good.
a
She's
trade
not
route
even
for
a. She's not
merchants
even a
crossing
good
the scars.
character. It's in like.
Till the Republic laid it
She's not even like one of the heroes.
road wide enough to let wagons pass.
Tries to kill you.
And all
What do you
official
expect
traffic
now?
moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
He's a villain. All the villains in the Grimmers have died. Oh, I couldn't go this way. I just realised. Yeah, I can go this way. Why is it blocked off? Why is this inaccessible? 10 gil. Hey, we got 25 gil fine on the floor yesterday. It was a big deal.
Stay down.
That's a good combo. If you think Benedict dying this is a big deal, let's play this game. Everyone dies. Pretty much.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
I feel like these guys are a comical duo. Ready? Benedict's at Arab level? No,
It's as bad as that.
I don't think she's a big deal.
Why?
In terms of
There's
like
trouble up ahead, and too much of it for
Yeah,
us
hitting
to
hard.
handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
she had a good payoff though. As a character, ending was good.
What about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Well, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out.
So, I don't even know who Jared is,
Well
dude.
met, friend. My
That's your
brother
Final
and I
Fantasy
have
15
been
reference.
tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of...
Oh, we can tell, buddy. We can tell already within 10 seconds this guy's not much of a thinker.
When I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts.
You wouldn't be a side quest if you weren't much
By
of a
my
thinker.
estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
Well, sending in one man by himself is a good idea.
Look of a man you needn't fear, a band of backwater ruffians. Help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
I suppose he's right.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them
I'm
anyway.
going that way
You've
anyway.
got a fine head on
Maybe-
those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad,
His name was Jonas.
our merchant friend loaded
Zed.
his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right.
See you later,
Just
Ilzma.
don't expect
Have a
me to
good
drag
one.
the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us...
I get it. We'll go kill the bandits, right? Easy peasy. This will be over in minutes, guys. Nice, easy side quest. Don't worry about it. There's no oh no about this. It's on the way. We're going to a destination. It doesn't matter. All right, fine.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits
Heck,
lying
wait,
in wait,
it's a trap.
I should probably take care of them.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Look lively, you lot. Got guests.
These must be our bandits.
No, he didn't.
To me, flames! Titan!
Excalibur! I love the music. The music's great. Oh, if we don't see you tomorrow, have a good one, and I'll see you on Friday, man.
That's them dealt with.
Any chest? Any chest?
Where's that cart?
Potion? What's that? 3 desert roses? I got 3 whole ruby weapons, bro.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
That's 3 golden chocobos.
We found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
It's gonna be.
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
Good to see you. We'll be doing more today.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And
That's it!
What's up, Vicky?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Can't wait to eat it. Who let him cook?
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
What the?
There's no need to be so rude, brother.
Let me aim. Let me aim.
What if we want his help again next time?
I get the feeling these two blockheads are going to show up on a future side quest. I'm calling it right now. Victo and Jonas with the Z are going to show up later on, 100%, right? Zed's like, yeah, doesn't even know yet. Those who complete the game will already know that I'm about to go. Yay! Can't wait to see them guys again. Yay! You know who I am.
Look at them all. I thought the bastards would have eaten a lot by now.
Well, we won't be going hungry, that's for sure. You've had your rewards and you're not getting any more. Now piss off.
Gladly. Now, is there any more side quests along the way? Or are we free to play, you know?
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least.
The path continues on the other side.
No, I think we're free. I know what these are. I've seen this before.
Stay down.
Wait, if we go into the crystal, we're going here. I mean, I thought we'd go down here to fight, but right, that's Bahamut. Oh, jam! Get the power of Bahamut. If there's a mega flare option, I'm saving my ability points from now on. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm saving my ability points until we get the next icon. If it's Bahamut. Mastering this doesn't do anything, right? This allows assignment. Dun, 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 dun. I was considering the Phoenix of Flames of Rebirth, but we'll wait until I've got my next icon. I mean, you don't need them anyway. Yeah, but so is Scarlet Cyclone. Also, I have Pile Drive, which is also really good for mobs. Again, I'm saving my ability points, and I'll decide on the next icon. It's unlikely that I remove Phoenix because Phoenix is OP. Titan is likely the one to go, despite the fact that I think Titan is fun. The final showdown with Shin. Let's get this show on the road.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
What about this?
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power.
It does look good.
The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance.
It's Niagara Falls.
By visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Why do people always say it's nothing when it's clearly something, you know? I wonder why he said raid. It's all good, V. Thanks for the thought anyway. Thanks for being here. Hope you had a good stream on that.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
Yeah, you're right. That kid is really being the emperor and commanding right now. Why, though? I don't get it.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able.
Is he about to be like a Tywin Lannister kind of deal? Like, he's not the king, but he pretty much runs things, you know, like.
The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task.
Unless she's manipulated him as well.
There is other news, Dion.
Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh.
You know, he can just turn into Bahamut and kill you, right? Not that he would, because it's his father, but come on.
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces.
My shoulder.
It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Wait, we didn't see what happened with Joshua and Dion.
I find you much changed.
Then look at Annabella now, watch this. He's gonna be like, it's your.
Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only.
This isn't Ultima's. This isn't Ultima's doing. This is Annabella's doing. This ain't got nothing to do with Ultima. Ultima being, if it does, I'll be disappointed. Ultima has different plans. This has nothing to do with Ultima. This is 100% that woman on the right.
Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths.
Right on cue.
Regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch!
What do you call her?
You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with
He talks! He actually talks! I was like, this kid ain't gonna talk the entire time.
men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Oh, you know what this is, don't you? You know I keep referencing Game of Thrones. If you know, you know. Remember that young king? Just saying.
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
See, like the plot thickens. Dun, dun, dun.